Shalom everybody, Rabbi Edelstein here with this week's installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. I want to start by saying, wherever you are or may be going, have a wonderful, safe and healthy Shabbos and 4th of July weekend. And I want to give you, in this Rabbi E in 3, incredible wisdom, Jewish wisdom for the weekend and for your whole lives. Wisdom that can be summed up in one eloquent, unforgettable, simple sentence. I is very important. Again, I is very important. You'll say, Rabbi E, let's start with grammar. I am very important. You are very important. He is very important. That's true. Absolutely. And that's Jewish foundational wisdom as well. Every one of us is obligated to say, Bishvili nivra ha'olam, for my sake the world was created. I am so important. You are so important. You're unique. Every one of us has unfathomable greatness within us and a unique job to do in this world. But in order to do it, we have to grab on to the other sentence. I is very important. I mean I, E-Y-E. Not your contact lenses, not your prescription, your perspective on the world, on yourself, on your fellow man, and on the situation in which God has put you. It's the beautiful, lofty, noble character trait that our rabbis call ayin tova, a good eye. To have a good eye. It's probably the key to a happy life, a good eye, and not the opposite, an ayin ra'ah, an evil eye. Very much in display in this week's Torah portion. There's actually two Torah portions. The second one's called Balak, in the book of Bamidbar, Numbers, and it focuses on one very unsavory character called Bilam, who was hired to give an evil eye and curse the Jewish people. The epitome of an evil eye, the opposite of the beautiful trait of ayin tova that we're called upon to emulate, that our rabbis say is actually the trait of Avram, one of the traits of Avram Avinu, our patriarch. What does it mean to have a good eye? How I look at myself, how I look at my fellow human being, how I look at the situation in which God has put me. My fellow man, I see the good in them, or I look for the good in them. And I emphasize that, and I want them to succeed, and I rejoice when they're happy and share in their pain. And I'm studious about wanting their honor to be elevated, just like I want my own honor to be elevated. With myself, a good eye, not focusing on the negative, looking for the good in myself to build upon it, to grow spiritually, not getting bogged down by negativity. And in my general life situation, again, what our rabbis call being sameach bechelko, rejoicing with my own unique portion in this world. Portion means the material goods I may be blessed to have, but also the talents and the opportunities and the challenges. To look with a good eye upon that. An evil eye is the opposite of all those three. And I think you can see that a good eye leads to a happier state of mind, a benevolent gaze on myself, on my fellow man, on God's beautiful world. Is it easy to do? Hardly. We see a lot of bad. There are great people in our tradition who saw only good in everything. Everything is good. I'm not at that level. But we can also train our eyes to look for the good. Eye strengthening exercises, Jewish prayers that talk about our blessings, books of Jewish ethics that open our eyes and remind us a good eye. Look favorably on yourself, your fellow man, and on God's world. Strengthen that eyes, daily exercises. We can do it. It's hard, but 2020, beautiful, happy, spiritual vision. Have a wonderful Shabbos.